All right. Hey guys, welcome to the Superherocuts podcast where we talk things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. It's your boy CV Hayes, joined by Jerry. My brother, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How's all with you?
Good, man. We here, baby. Just got back from the gym. We did some grocery shopping, so I'm feeling good. So
Nice.
before we get into the show, I really want to talk about Mr. Comic Story. So if you guys don't know, he did end up passing away on Saturday. And this is very upsetting to the comic book community. First off, because Comic Historian is one of the OGs, like if you guys don't know, he's one of the first guys to do like comic book YouTube to where he would sit on camera and like tell you what's going on in the comics. He was more of an audio book type, so but basically like he would read the comic, and so it would kind of feel like you're reading an audio book. And the first video I saw from him, was when he did a video on Avengers versus X-Men. It had to be in like 2015 or something, I forget. But I remember I was in high school, and that was when I first watched him. I think I was like a junior or sophomore in high school. And then, I've always watched his, videos throughout the years. So, okay. So it was. Okay. So yeah, man. So this is just such a sad thing. And I watched the video from Comics Explain, man. He's super hurt, and there's a lot of people that he touched and a lot of people that he was friends with, and I just want to send prayers over to first his wife, and also to his team, and also to his family. And one of the things that really warmed my heart was his wife said that the channel is going to keep going because he does have a team, so they are going to keep the vision still. Now it's never going to be the same because it's not him, but I am happy that that like they're still trying, that they're still going to continue what he started. So yeah.
Awful news. Awful news. I have heard of him. I know, like, I do this, but I don't really watch that much YouTube, at least in comics. Like, I'm always meaning to get more into it, and I never really do. But I've heard of him, which kind of says a lot because I might be, a podcaster, but I'm not like a big comics and movies podcast consumer, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But thoughts go out to his family. Obviously, everyone that like I follow on X has was devastated. I know Stevie was devastated, so he obviously had a huge impact on a lot of people, and he was obviously one of the OGs in this space. So thoughts go out to his family, his friends, and the fans because obviously this is painful for fans too. So
Yeah.
thoughts go out to everyone and condolences.
Facts. Alrighty, now let's get to business, man. Okay, so Acolyte episode now. Funny thing is, Acolyte comes out at 9 p.m. So it's hilarious that we're talking about it now. So the funny thing is that, bro, Star Wars Theory literally put out a video today saying, guys, I've heard this episode is going to cause a lot of discourse in the fandom. Please be respectful. He was like, we can argue the lore, but don't come for people's personal life.
Wait, Star Wars Theory said this.
He did a whole video saying like it's okay to disagree but be respectful, because bro, in his comments, dude, they come after him hard. I mean, they come after him hard, bro.
Well, I think they go after him hard, not because they don't like his Star Wars takes. I think they go after him hard because they don't like that he swims against the current politically.
Yeah, and he just despises this new. I mean, he despises this new Star Wars. I mean,
So do
and
I.
and I
So do I.
and I remember because the Rise of Skywalker is what turned him on his back. Because I mean, bro, yeah, so which is understandable. So but I was just laughing that he made a whole video, and I respect it because Star Wars is the most toxic fandom, so it is it is how it is. So so this is what I heard, Jerry, about the Acolyte. So the rumors that I heard is that, all right. So I know you didn't watch episode. I
I
know
don't watch
you
any
didn't
of
watch
it.
episode. So just to give you a quick cliff notes. All right. Basically, there there's twins, right? One's name is May, the other name is like Osha, right? May is a dark side user, okay? And she's getting trained by some Sith Lord. May or Osha was with the Jedi Order, but she ended up getting dismissed because she couldn't get over her past. Because Jedi are like, you have to let go of the past. Because I mean that's how Anakin turned, right?
Right.
And so basically what ended up happening was May is responsible for killing everyone on her home planet, and that's what she couldn't let go, the anger against her sister. So she ended up getting, dismissed. And basically, May killed a Jedi, and they thought it was Osha. And that's basically how it all starts, to where now Osha's with the Jedi, and they're going after May. All right.
Mhm.
So the rumor that I heard is that in this episode, we are going to see a few things. Number one, that Osha and May are created from the Force. Sounds similar?
Yeah.
And then because Anakin was created by the Force, and then the second thing that they said is that they come from a planet of witches, very similar to what we saw like in Ahsoka. You know how like Morgan Elsbeth, she was a witch and all that stuff. And but basically the witches created them, like they manipulated the Force for them to be made, and then they said that could lead to this possibility of them being looked at as the chosen one. Now, that's what messed me up, because obviously Anakin was looked at as the obviously he was looked at as he is the actual chosen one to bring balance to the Force. Now, it messed me up because if you're going to pull the chosen one card, you have to pull it on better characters. Number one, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
wow, like if this is where they're going to go, why would you pull that card on characters like Osha and May? When they're like, when fans have a hard time connecting with them. Um,
Yeah.
so that is one problem that I have. And Jerry, the other thing that I'm kind of struggling with is that in the High Republic books, right, the main villains were raiders. Okay, like basically like bounty hunters, raiders, robbers, and stuff like that, right? And I actually like that in the books, because the way that the Jedi were during that time, bro, is basically like any threat, they would just wipe them out. I mean, they would kill everybody. And so like they were a lot more savage than a lot more savage than the ones that we saw in films. I so Jerry, I really have a hard time stomaching the fact that there's two dark side users that are active in this story when you read the books, and the dark side users are kind of behind the scenes, kind of like the way, kind of like how like kind of like Palpatine, like those are how like Palpatine, like you had no sense that he was a freaking Sith, right? You had no idea because
Yeah.
he was making things move, and so that's kind of where, bro, I am feeling weird, because it's like I would have liked a story where it's like Jedi's versus bounty hunters and raiders. I think that's a super dope thing. Gives me some Indiana Jones vibes. Put us in the desert, take us to all these different planets, stopping trades and federations. So, I think that would have been cool, but it seemed like they're forcing this story around May and like Osha, and it's not landing, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah. It's it's weird. Like, if they wanted to do a Jedi in training, you know, content, like, first of all, you already kind of did that with Anakin, so you're repeating something and doing it worse. The bar is already set much higher. The Indiana Jones vibes I kind of mess with, and I it's interesting because I think that the Indiana Jones is starting to become a trend in entertainment. Obviously, Uncharted took a lot of inspiration from Indiana Jones. Tomb Raider has been somewhat popular again. I mean, they did the trilogy. I think they're making another one.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think that it seems to me that nobody at Star Wars Lucasfilm actually cares about making good content. I think that they care more about, checking boxes and like, oh, well, I want to do something new and different. And like, it's not, you know, because I am the first so and so to be a showrunner or whatever. Like, focus on making good quality content. And as you were talking about this, and you mentioned Star Wars and the Raiders, like, and I know this is going to be a controversial thing I'm going to say, but I don't think the visuals of Star Wars were great in the original trilogy. I don't think that was
1000%.
I don't think, and I don't hold it against George Lucas, because I don't like, if you know anything about him making Star Wars, he was lucky to be able to do it. He did it on a super low budget. So I don't think his concern was like, all right, I want to make sure that this is like the best looking movie. He's like, listen, I want to make this happen with what I have. And if that works, I'm a lucky guy.
Yeah.
And he built an empire. So I'm not knocking George Lucas, but Lucasfilm has the luxury of caring about stuff like this today. And, I think that they did a really good job with the visuals in Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka. Like, both of those shows looked amazing. And, when I hear like the, Raiders and the desert, like, I don't think of good visuals. It reminds me of the what am I blanking on? The little guys in are those the Raiders?
Oh, the Ewoks, you're saying?
Yeah, I just think those things are so ugly, and whenever they come on the screen, you are guaranteed not to have good visuals. But I don't know. I think that like they could have made like a Sith training and someone using the Force, like that could be a really cool good looking show. And it just seems to me that this is a hot pile of garbage on fire. And it, like, they didn't help themselves by letting a lot of the people that made the show do interviews and PR and media. Like, those people should never have been allowed to talk about what the process was in making those shows in the public eye. The optics of the show are bad. The show sounds bad. The reviews are trash. I think I even posted something on my story last night.
About the Rotten score?
Yeah, and
Was a 98 and like a 28? I forget.
Yeah, so and I want to talk about this because this is something I have noticed for a long time, and I've noticed it's I hate to say it, but I'm just going to say it's almost always political when it comes to the discrepancy between audience score and critic score on Rotten Tomatoes of recent. I'm not saying of something like if it came out in the 90s before we lived in this polarized world that we do now, but it seems to me that the critics are like, you know what? I love that it checks these boxes. I'm going to pretend the show is awesome. I'm going to give it this, great review. And then the fans who just want good content and like don't really care about that are like, well, this show sucks. Like, it sucks. And the only reason we're watching it is because it's has Star Wars in the title. Like, and that's what seems to be happening. And it's such a shame. And I for one, I think I was a little too harsh on Star Wars last week because I actually I liked Obi-Wan. I'm one of the few people that thought it was great. I also liked Ahsoka. So, and most of the Mandalorian I liked. I stopped watching in the middle of season 3. I like I said many times, I liked Bo-Katan, but if you want me to watch a Bo-Katan show, make a Bo-Katan show. Don't call it Mandalorian and have Bo-Katan steal the show for the entire season. That's not what I signed up to watch. So, I think that they actually have done some good with some of the shows, and but there are way too many screws loose at Lucasfilm. This show never should have been made. The people making this show, they should be nowhere near Lucasfilm. They should be on reality TV. And, I know some of you Jerry, you didn't even watch it. Listen, I got my man. It always mirrors me.
Yeah,
I got
right.
my man Stevie right here to tell me if the show is good or not. And if
Yep.
he says it's good, I'm gonna watch it. If he
Yep.
says it's not, when someone like Obi-Wan or Ahsoka or someone I'm interested aren't in it, and the optics look this bad, I'm not even gonna give it a chance.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah. Just to let you guys know, the silent rule that Jerry and I have, and him and I have made this rule when we first started, is that one of us has to suffer. One of us has to suffer.
yeah,
So I'm taking this. I'm taking this suffering. Okay.
yeah,
I'm holding it down for the team. Hey Jerry, check if your mic is hooked up to your just check if the setting is on your
yeah.
stream, just to make sure.
Great call because it was going through my air.
Talk. There you go.
Okay.
Way clear. Way clear. Because I was like, I heard like a muffle. I'm like, it's not as clear. There you go.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, there we go. Crispy podcast voice. But yeah, bro. So I agree with everything you say, right? Like they like, as much as I can't stand Kathleen Kennedy, right? She, like, I would be remiss to say she missed every shot, because she did not. She's hit the money on something, as much as I can't stand her. With that being said, man, this act, like, if I was to make a High Republic show, right? Yoda is in the High Republic. I would have based a show around Yoda. That's what I would have done personally, because he is a character that people know. And then around Yoda, you introduce new characters like bro, the Jedi Master soul that they have in that show, Jerry, you will love him. He's awesome, bro. Great character,
Yeah.
He can fight. He has really good lightsaber technique. He has a stoicism to him. Like, I think that he's a really good character. But the issue is that when you have good characters like this and you build it around trash characters, it kind of hurts the whole idea. And this might be a hot take, but Osha and May could work, right? If you don't center the show around May and Osha, like you use characters like May and like Osha as a stop to get to a destination. You don't make characters like that your you know what I mean? Like, and Jerry, honestly, I think I think we could say that about the Ironheart show. I think we could say that about even someone like Agatha. Agatha is a stop. She's not the destination, And
Doctor Strange 2 was centered around America Chavez.
Yeah, like, she's a stop, not the destination.
Yeah.
And I think that Disney as a whole has been really taking an L on the thought of, like, you are taking these stops and you're trying to make them the center of what you're trying to do. So that's kind of where I'm at. And bro, like, you can tell, and if you were to watch the show, bro, you would see the emptiness. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like you would see that the show needs someone to take it. If that maybe like that, I don't know how to explain it, but like, good actors take it.
So first of all, I really loved The Force Awakens, and it's so irritating that movie was so good and it was followed up with the next two movies that it was followed up with. And
I like The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I need to rewatch all of them, because I think I remember there was one of the two that I liked. I think I liked the episode 8 more than I liked episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought the
episode 9 is not that bad.
Yeah, I just think they didn't do Palpatine justice, and also they didn't do Luke justice either. It didn't make sense. That was not who Luke Skywalker was. But aside from
I disagree.
that, well, I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill and George Lucas have said something like that. Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
The other issue here is that Star Wars has gotten to a point where I feel like it's okay to skip things, and it's okay to skip things because they just don't make quality content, like as consistently as they should be. And I hate to say that because that's a problem. And it's not exclusive to Star Wars. It also applies to Marvel. It applies to Marvel less, but I tried to watch She-Hulk and I just couldn't do it. Like I could not sit through She-Hulk. I turned it off.
Me either, brother.
I will never watch that again. But it's like when you're reading a comic run and you're really enjoying it, and then there's like 2 or 3 issues, and you like the writer, you like the story, and these 2 or 3 issues are kind of out of place, and you have to read them to continue the story. It's like I just think that it's kind of unacceptable for brands like Marvel and Star Wars in video entertainment. Comics, they have an issue that comes out once or twice a month. It's very different than watching the show. And, it's in the amount of L's that Star Wars has been taking lately is so insane. There are so many talented people in this business out there that would kill to have a franchise like Star Wars. And that's why I use the words reckless and irresponsible, because it is reckless and irresponsible to put out content under the Star Wars franchise and, the media interviews for some of the things that they're saying, the content to be what it is, the Rotten Tomatoes discrepancy. And I want to talk a little more about the Rotten Tomatoes discrepancy because, I don't think that the critic score is only reflective of the discrepancy between the way critics view this piece of content, the Acolyte, and the fans. I also think that the people who have said these absolutely atrocious things in the media, I think that they also think like the critics, and they think that they put out a good piece of content with the Acolyte, and they think it's good. I don't think they think it's good because they think they did a good job and believe it. I genuinely think they think it's good because it checks off a couple of boxes and they made this show. And it's you have a serious problem if the content you're putting out, you think it's a 98% worthy score, and the fans think it's what was the number again? Was it like 28? Where the hell was that screenshot? Oh god.
You posted on X, right? Or
yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I posted on X.
But yeah.
You get what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
Oh, a 26. So the critics gave it a 90% and the fans gave it a 26. That is so crazy. That is like being a chef saying, I made you this, dish. You're going to love it. And you taking that dish and spitting it back out because it was so gross. That's a disconnect. And you have to understand, if Star Wars thinks that this is the content fans are going to like, they're never going to be able to make content that fans are going to like if they stand by something like this and say this is great and fans put out at 26%. They can't continue like this.
Nope. Yeah, but they're not going to see the true pain until they go to theaters. That's the pain.
My hair's crazy.
You're good. You're good.
I lost my comb today.
You're good, bro. But that's what, bro. But that's when the true pain happens. Like, because you can make views on streaming, but when you could go to theaters and you bomb, that's a whole different ball game.
I think it's both. I think the theaters is a little different because you have to sell tickets. So but like you have to understand, the reason that. There's like 2 big reasons streamers still release shows weekly. And one of those 2 reasons is because of the media buzz. They want everyone talking about the show at the same time. So it goes trending on Twitter and the news and et cetera, et cetera. And, it's been a shitstorm. I mean, we're not the only podcast talking about it like this.
Yeah.
I'm sure the articles are like Star Wars fans are being too harsh. And
bro, we
like,
are nice. Bro, compared to everybody else, we're pretty balanced, honestly.
Yeah. And by the way, they're lucky I didn't sit down and watch it because I'd have a lot more to say if I did.
Oh yeah. Just knowing you from a story standpoint, you would be saying the same thing that I'm saying, where you just feel like there's an empty role, like because bro, Jerry, in the show, no one's taking charge to lead the show. You know, that's the issue that I'm having. All right, let's read some chats here. Would you rather be a Jedi? Come on, bro, be a Jedi, 100%. Come on, man. Jerry, would you rather be a stormtrooper or a Jedi? I mean, the Jedi are the cool ones. Come on, man.
Trainer. A stormtrooper, a Jedi? Are you crazy?
Come on.
Yo.
You think I want to be Captain Rex? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, Stevie, what's up, dog? You the man. No, you the man. It's okay to skip things. Half a phase 4 of 5. Bro, you can watch Loki season 1 and 2, and you don't have to watch phase 4 or 5. R2D2 or BB-8. Come on, man. R2D2 all day, every day, bro. Actually, no. BB-8. I love BB-8. BB-8 is my guy. All right. So now we are going to the next topic. So this next topic is this. So there was a rumor that it came out. Jerry
Didn't
sent
they
it to me
say
earlier.
that R2D2? Hold on, because I got to say this now that we're talking about it. Do you know what I'm about to say?
No.
Oh, hold on. So the Acolyte creators joked about making the gayest Star Wars series and lesbian R2D2. So they joked about giving R2D2 a sexuality because robots apparently have sexualities.
At least it was a troll. Okay, I hope it's a troll.
Yeah.
As a troll, I would laugh. But if you're serious, then we have to take you to therapy, man. Talking about robots having sex, dude. Like, what is going on here, man? We're here to watch Star Wars. I don't care about robots' sex, dude. I'm good. Jesus Christ. Okay, so T'Challa. So a rumor that has come out today. Jerry sent it to me, so he's about to flip out. Just letting you guys know now. T'Challa will not be recast until the reboot. Now, you and I are going to disagree, so I'm going to let you go first.
So I already know what they're going to sell this as, and the argument that you're going to make. This is a great thing because what's going to happen is after Secret Wars, and they need to have a strong, fresh new start, and they introduce a new T'Challa, it's going to be fire. But here's the problem. Okay. Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Did I nail it?
No.
Okay. So here's the problem. They need strong characters now. They need strong characters now so badly that when they introduced Kang, they thought Ant-Man was the guy on their roster to do it. Okay? And T'Challa is needed going into Secret Wars. I'm sorry. You have to have the scene between T'Challa and Namor and the antimatter device. Or what was it called? Hold on. Antimatter device, Marvel. I think I'm antimatter injection system. Yes. You have to have that scene. So for those of you that don't know or didn't read the Hickman Avengers Saga, which is the greatest comic run of all time, this is so the incursions, which I've explained many times on the show, and I have a video on that in itself, which you could check out, and you should. But in an incursion, basically, there are two worlds. So there's two worlds, and basically what happens is when they collide, either both of them explode, or one survives, one explodes. So the whole time in Hickman's Avengers Saga, which is the run leading into Secret Wars, what happens is that the Illuminati and Reed Richards build this antimatter injection device. And the antimatter injection device, antimatter injection system, what it does is it explodes the other planet before the incursion occurs. So that way they could protect their Earth. Obviously, you're going to sacrifice the other Earth. But Namor and T'Challa end up having a fight. By the way, spoiler alert, but do you care if I tell you who ends up being the one to pull it?
Go ahead, bro.
It's Namor.
I think you told me this already.
Yeah.
Or
so
I think you sent me the panels. I'm pretty sure.
Probably. But regardless, you need to have that storyline leading into this, and you can't have that storyline without Namor and T'Challa. Now, I know if you are out, there's probably very few, but a few of you out there who are thinking, well, I read a lot of comics too, and they did Infinity War without Adam Warlock. That's fine. Listen, I love Adam Warlock.
He's not T'Challa.
I want to see more Adam Warlock. Yeah, he's not T'Challa, and he doesn't. The T'Challa Namor rivalry, I would say, it's tough because the Thanos Warlock one is pretty significant, but I think that it's a bigger deal for the story in terms of the T'Challa and Namor rivalry. I would argue that because I think they're better characters. I'm not saying Thanos isn't a good character. I'm definitely not saying that about Warlock. I love them both, but I think both of them are A, much more popular in Marvel Comics. B, I think they're much more interesting. And, I think Thanos is a great villain. But if you thought Thanos was more important, you'd also be upset that he, really was only in 2 movies and 1 scene. Thanos was a big deal to the MCU, but when you think about it, he didn't actually.
Yeah, Loki was more important.
Yeah, Loki was more important. Thanos wasn't around the MCU for as long. He's just had a very significant event. But the Namor T'Challa rivalry and that fight with the antimatter injection system is iconic, and you have to have it.
So I disagree because I don't think this is true. I just don't see a reality where T'Challa's not in this at all. I think they're going to use the multiverse to bring him back. I think it's the perfect. I think it's the perfect scenario to do so. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a new T'Challa in a movie like the Fantastic Four or something like that, to where he might follow them into the MCU. I'm not necessarily sure, but I think they're going to find a way for T'Challa to come to the MCU, and I wouldn't be shocked if they retcon his son. Just wouldn't be shocked at that.
You know what I think the perfect movie for him to come back in is, but you have to do it in the end and in a very limited way. I think actually either Brave New World or Thunderbolts, and I'll tell you why.
Go ahead.
Obviously, T'Challa has a relationship with Captain America and also with Sam Wilson. I think it would be cool to bring him in the end. And the reason why I would say only the end is because you can't have him steal the thunder from Sam Wilson. So if you do it in that movie, it has to be in the end. But I also think it would be cool to do it with the Thunderbolts because of Bucky. And, but yeah.
Yeah, I really think they're going to retcon the son, and I think it'll be back, man. I just don't see that happening. They need with Captain Marvel flopping so bad, which is one of the people that they were relying on. They need the manpower at the moment. Okay,
they need strong characters, and
you bring them all back, bro. Like the characters that need to be at the forefront that were popular is obviously Doctor Strange, obviously, but T'Challa, you need Wanda back. I mean, you need those guys. Spider-Man, you need these guys at the freaking forefront, bro. Those are your most popular characters after Endgame. You can't just leave them alone. All right, let's see what our chat is talking about.
And yes, I would be scared if incursions were real.
Yeah,
we'd be screwed.
Yeah,
we'd be so screwed.
This is soft reboot, not a full reboot. How many characters will be recast? You think? I just think like the main 6 from back in the day, and all the X-Men. As long as it's T'Challa and not an adult to child, that's funny.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Not recasting T'Challa was the moment when I realized how dumb people on Twitter can be.
That is one of my
100% agree.
favorite. That might be my favorite comment we've ever gotten on the show. Hungry Almighty, I am actually going to take a picture of that right now.
I just started on our thing. What characters do you want to recast, and what characters do you not? Well, we've said before. I mean, I want all the X-Men to be recast from the old ones. Iron Man is going to need, as I said, the original 6 and the X-Men. I think need to be recast.
Right now,
Hulk
like,
too. Sorry.
Oh, Hulk, they should recast like yesterday. Mark Ruffalo is the worst actor in the MCU.
100%. Would you be scared in creating real? How would you feel if MCU and Star Wars did a crossover? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
No. Keep RDJ, Evans, Hemsworth, Holland, Cox, Mackie, and Cumberbatch. Recast the rest of the Avengers like Hulk, T'Challa, Hawkeye, Black Widow, etc. Reboot X-Men, the new Fantastic Four. Yeah. I think he means keep the Fantastic Four. That would be my guess. But all right, perfect.
Keep the new Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Pedro Pascal and all of them. I'm really excited for that show. For that film, man. We need to see something, man. Like, we need to see something. All right, next topic here. So, okay, we're going to talk about Mr. Isaiah Hill. Okay, so Jerry actually sent me this the other day, and when he sent it to me, I did some digging on Mr. Isaiah Hill. So, let me read you It says this: Isaiah Hill has the offer to star in the Young Avengers, Avengers movie, which films in Atlanta starting April 2025. Could he be playing Iron Lad, a young version of Nathaniel Richards, who tries to present himself from becoming Kang? Okay, so I do not think Isaiah Hill is playing Iron Lad. I think he's playing Patriot. I don't. There's no way that Iron Lad is going to be in this film at all. Now, if they do Iron Lad, it would make me really excited because, we are getting more connections to Kang, but I don't see this kid playing Iron Lad at all.
Yeah, I question if they're doing Iron Lad at all. I think it would be cool, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I just think doing Iron Lad while they're already worried about recasting Kang complicates things, and I don't think they want to deal with that right now.
Exactly. So I think this kid would be a really good Patriot, and wouldn't be shocked if this kid pops up in Brave New World. He could have been at the reshoots. That might be why this is happening. I mean, I'm not sure. And also talking about Isaiah Hill, the kid's only been in 2 movies. So that does also make me happy that they're finding, like an actor that hasn't been just used around, like this kid barely has any experience, which, as I said, this kind of stuff excites me because he can use this to catapult his career, but also he could be a beloved character in the MCU. So shout out to Isaiah Hill, and kid, I hope that you find a place in the MCU, man, because we need more manpower. We need more characters to, you know what I mean, push this universe forward. And I would love to see, like, I was against a Young Avengers film, but I have kind of warmed up to the idea, man. I would love to see Patriot. I would love to see just all those characters all together, man. That would be so exciting. So I hope that we get to see something like that, man. And
I'm not like so crazy about a Young Avengers movie. I don't know if it dilutes the significance of the Avengers at all, makes it seem a little more childish, so I'm but I also think it might be cool, and it could be something new and fresh and innovative. I think it could go either way, and because of that, I'm indifferent. If they make it and I hear good news about it, I'll be excited about it. If they make it and they don't have good news about it, and it looks like it's going to be bad, I am still going to watch it because Marvel still is a pretty consistent brand. There are only 3 projects Marvel has ever made that I think are absolute garbage, and those are Thor: Love and Thunder, the Marvels, and She-Hulk.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I mean, and I'm excited. I love Kate. Throw Yelena Belova in there too as maybe like the OG. I mean, there's a lot of things that you could do with that, which you'd be pretty excited. So so Patriot is basically his grandfather is Isaiah Bradley. If you guys don't know who Isaiah Bradley is, he's in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He was a super soldier as well. Isaiah Bradley takes a growth hormone, basically becomes like the next Captain America, basically, but just the boy version of it. So pretty cool character, man. I love Isaiah. Did you watch the Young Avengers animated movie? It came out back in the day. I mean, back in the day.
No, I haven't. Is it good?
So, bro. So basically, Iron Man is like a senior citizen, and Ultron took over Earth, and so Ultron killed all of the Avengers except Iron Man and Hulk. But the Hulk is like with Veronica on some far away like freaking island. But Iron Man is basically the care. He basically is like the guardian of Captain America, and Natasha had a son. Black Panther and Storm's son Azari, Thor's daughter, Hawkeye's son. Dude, it's fire, bro. It's fire.
You said Black Panther and Storm have a kid?
Azari, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And his powers is like he naturally has the herb like the herb's powers, but then he can also project like Storm's powers as well. It's super awesome. And Thor's daughter has a sword. She's pretty dope too. But Captain America's son's shield, so it's vibranium, but it's a projected shield, so he can throw multiple shields, bro. It's insane, bro. It's insane.
Damn, that is pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And he has a super soldier serum.
I hope Marvel picks up the animated stuff and makes like fire animated content. Like DC has a chokehold on that, and something like Avengers Twilight would make for a sick animated movie.
100%. All right. Next thing. The X-Men will come after Secret Wars. No Diddy. Okay. All right. So let's read this, dude, bro. Travis.
There was nothing even Diddy about it,
dude.
You just wanted to say.
While we're here, Travis Kelce said something, bro, and this is when I said, yo, the world is so twisted because everything now sounds sus. Okay, let me just read you off topic. Let me just read you this, bro, because I was like, yo, hold on, dude. I showed Emily and she was like, bro, like she even made a face of like, yo, like he had to know what he was saying. Let me see, Travis Kelce. Okay. So he said. All right, so basically, bro, they were asking him, like, are you prepared to take on the season? He said, I'm ready for it, man. Put the load on me. And all the comments said, ayo. Like,
yeah, he could have said, like, I'm ready to carry the weight on my shoulders or something like that,
Yeah, like, bro, because, bro, he has to know, like, bro, he had to troll. Like, it had to be. Because, like,
I feel like he is, like, that kind of guy. He said something else with his brother recently on their, like, podcast or something. Oh, he said something else that was...
Oh, but was it when they were trying to roast the guy? He was like, I tell my wife to cook every day or something.
Yeah.
That joke was funny. That joke was funny.
Yeah. Oh my God. But I can't believe he said that while dating Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, that was
because
funny. He got balls.
I am bro, he has balls, and I am sure that like people lost their minds.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't actually see the reaction, but I don't even need to look for it. I know that people lost their minds over him saying that.
But bro, they're old, bro. He's from the country, bro. They don't give it. They don't care.
Yeah.
He's from Cincinnati, bro. They don't care.
Right.
All right, here's a whole quote. Wear and tear me, baby. I'm ready for it, man. Put the load on me. He had to be trolling, bro. There's no way. It gotta be a troll.
That makes it so much worse. Yeah.
Anyways, all right, off topic. Jerry and I laugh about these things all the time. All right, so here we go. The X-Men will reportedly be properly introduced in the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars. There is said to be a reason for that, which will be explained in Deadpool and Wolverine. Shout out to the Cosmic Circus, always giving us leaks and rumors. How do you feel about that?
Shout out to me, because I have said this from day one.
Yeah,
okay?
I will say that, dude. I
said this from day one. I was like, there's too many of them.
And I hated
They're
on it. I'm
too
not gonna
significant. And when they come into the MCU is going to be all about them, and they can't have the MCU all about the X-Men leading into Secret Wars.
So you think this is the best decision? Obviously,
it's the only practical decision. I don't think it's the best. I just think it's the only one that makes sense. So yeah, it's the best decision, but it's the best decision because it's the practical and logical decision.
Yeah. What reason do you think they're going to say in Deadpool and Wolverine?
You know, it could be an off-world mission that they're on. It could be a Krakoa thing. You know, it could be that they are in a very long and extensive mission fighting Orcus to destroy the Sentinel factory. It could be something like that, you know. And you read House of X, Powers of X, so you know I think that's the kind of story they're going to have to tell, because they're not going to be able to pull the Eternals rabbit out of the hat again and say, you know,
we saw it, but you know we couldn't. No, you can't do that. You're a superhero, bro.
yeah, that's like
shut the hell up.
You know, listen, I could have saved the world, but like I was eating a sandwich. You know, right? You can't. Yeah,
exactly. Or you know, I was at the UN and a bomb just went off, and I didn't hear anything, even though I have super hearing, and I just flew away and didn't help anyone. Cough, BVS.
Right. And because, you know, and it works because Zack Snyder is a visionary and he's the greatest director.
Yo, by the way, Comics Explained lit his ASS up, dude.
Really?
Bro.
Oh, man. Now I like want to look at that tweet now. Is it a video or Twitter?
It was an interview. We can talk about it after this. Hold on. Okay. So I was against this at first. Obviously, you and I argued about it a few times. But I think it is the most logical answer. I mean, because if the rumors are real and they are bringing back like the main 6 to 10 from the old cast, I think that's fun. You have this for the next couple of phases. You know, they're here, and then we get our new rebooted characters. I mean, I think that's fun, and I think you should do that. And I think that with the X-Men, casting, you got to be very meticulous with who you pick.
You know, I don't think that's what they're doing. I think that we're going to see maybe some additional mutants in Deadpool and Wolverine. You know, but I don't think that they're going to like stick around.
I do.
I think Deadpool might stick around for a little bit.
Storm, Cyclops, Iceman.
I don't think they're all going to be in it.
I think they are, bro. I think, and I'm not saying they're bringing back the whole cast. Like, I mean, obviously Patrick Stewart is going to be in it. He basically said it like a year ago.
But if they are, I think it's going to be very limited screen time. I don't think they're going to be like very involved through the plot of the movie.
I mean, yeah, I think they're all going to be in the end, or I think they're on the road to this. They're going to be there. But I wouldn't be shocked if wherever they end up at in the end, whether if it's the TVA or the MCU, I do expect some of the X-Men to be with them, and that's what I'm really excited for that, man.
Like for a scene, not like the whole movie. I kind of feel like it's
not the whole film. No.
Guardians of the Galaxy in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the film's going to be more Wolverine and Deadpool, but I mean, like wherever they end up at, I expect some people to be with them. That's kind of how I feel. Like I don't think it's just going to be them two, together, dude. Bro, what if like wouldn't it be crazy if like in the end, Hugh Jackman like is just talking and then you just hear Downey's voice and then the scene ends. Oh my god, fans would go insane.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to see. I want to see that's why I can't wait for that. Like my dream, Jerry, is to see Pedro's Reed and Robert Downey's freaking Tony Stark just nerding out.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
Like that's all I want, bro. That's all I want, man. Oh, hopefully we get to see that one day.
and I don't think they are. Well, maybe they are. What if Avengers 5 is Avengers Illuminati? What if they call it Avengers Illuminati?
That would be fire.
That would be fire. And it would make sense because they're going into Secret Wars.
Dude, well, what if it's a movie?
I don't say it's necessarily. I think that's what they're doing. What if it's a film
that they just do in between? Like that would be fire if you get Avengers, if you get Avengers 5 Illuminati film, then Avengers 6. Oh my god!
And then Avengers 7 because it seems like they're gonna do.
And you bring back Steve for the Illuminati. Oh my god! That would be sweet, man. Oh,
fucking mind, man.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
By the way,
oh my god!
If something like that happens, remember it was us who pointed it out and called it because I can pretty much guarantee you nobody else has said something like that.
Hold on.
Yeah, we're starting to keep track of our calls and predictions because we want to make sure that we get the credit and you guys remember it.
Hold on, I'm adding the date, June 11th.
We don't have a crystal ball. We just have a deep understanding of the stories, the lore, and the circumstances.
Yeah, and we've been writing about a lot lately. Definitely Jerry. Jerry's been on fire these past 3 weeks, so hopefully he's going. All right, I said Illuminati movie, Jerry, June 11th.
Sweet. Yeah, well, we're gonna start writing the dates. That's a great idea. Yep. The date we said it. That way someone can be like, oh, well, I said it too. Like, yeah, okay. You said it the day after us. Like, you always copy our shit. Loser.
Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah. So, real quick. So, what Comics Explained said, bro, he said he hates Zack Snyder's Superman. And he thinks that Man of Steel is one of the worst depictions. He said the film is beautiful, but he said the depiction of Superman is terrible because he said that Superman is a character where when you're having a bad day, right? When you think you're in trouble and you see that red streak go through the sky, it's a sign of you saying everything's okay. Superman is going to save the day. I'm good. And he said Superman did not have that type of aura at all. And Superman was not a beacon of hope in the DCEU at all. He said like it felt like Superman was like a depressive, just a depressed man. And he was like, that's not Superman.
It's funny you say that because that's what I said. I said the big thing about him too.
Yeah.
And it's true. And like what the Snyder cult doesn't understand is that, and it's funny because they are like the prime example of the result of what Zack Snyder did. Zack Snyder damaged the character, and now you have a lot of people who know an inaccurate Superman, and they think Superman is someone who he's not, and that's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, Clark Kent is very similar to Robert Pattinson's Batman. Like where it's just dark and just like, and because that relates with so many people, now they're attached. So now when we get a proper one with David Cornswell, a lot of people are going to be like, what the hell is this? And then we're going to say, yeah, you need to watch Superman 1 with freaking Christopher Reeve. Like that's what fans are going to freaking need to do at this point.
Or just read Superman Birthright. Like it's not, I think it's like 12 issues. Like, but they don't want to read comics. They're like, nah, comics are whack. Like,
by the way,
bro, if you disrespect the source material, like, don't watch comic movies.
By the way, Kingdom Come is my number one DC comic at the moment.
Okay,
that's my number one.
Definitely not mine, but I can respect it. It's a respectable choice.
Something that I also started to read, and I ordered the other issues for it. So I found this Wonder Woman comic book run, basically where there's some dragon coming to Earth or something, and she has to take out the whole entire. And she takes out the whole entire Justice League. So I have no idea what it's called, but I saw the cover, and so I bought one, and then I ordered the rest of the run on Amazon. But dude, the fact that Wonder Woman can take the whole Justice League is just insane. And also, bro, because I'm reading, dog. I'm proud of myself. So what I like about the new 52, bro, is I love Wonder
Oh.
Woman's. I love Wonder Woman's and Superman's relationship.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
love it more than Lois Lane. I'm not going to go that far, but
I feel like when Superman is with Wonder Woman, it's kind of like he knows she's not right for him, but he's kind of like she's bad and irresistible. He like, can't resist it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Lois Lane is his perfect match, and Wonder Woman is like, I'm just having fun. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But and you can definitely see that for Clark Kent. He's like, yeah, like I don't have to hold back with her. Like cause she can beat the crap out of me the same way I can beat the crap out of her. And I just love that because
I know where you're what you're alluding to here.
Yeah. Yeah, that too. But like it's just like I don't know. I just feel like sometimes like when you read the Lois Lane comics, like he got to be so like careful with her. Where he's with Wonder Woman, bro.
Lois Lane is like dainty and
but
she's a tough girl at the same time.
Oh yeah, she is savage.
And that's why I like one of the reasons I like Superman and Lois. They really get that relationship right. That show is just awesome.
Yeah.
I think the entire cast does a great job. The one thing I will say is I kind of think that Emanuela Ishriki, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she also played Sloane in Entourage. She's a phenomenal actor. I think they should have made her Lois and given her the bigger role.
Another place where Man of Steel fumbled is why wasn't Lois Lane's dad the main army guy that Superman was dealing with in that first film? Like what?
Yeah. Like
very idiotic move to not do.
Yeah, that's what you get when you deal with people who don't read comics. Like, it's crazy. And, DC is just, it's a beast of their own. They have so much good stuff. You know what? I don't know if we're going to see this now, but because I have to imagine the Lanterns is going to be off planet, but I really, and it obviously, how I feel that I think that they're going to center it on Jon Stewart, not Hal Jordan. But I would have loved to have seen, so Hal Jordan, for those of you that don't know, so he is a fighter pilot, and at like the, hangar that he works at is Ferris Air, and it's the owner's father, and she ends up inheriting the business, is Carol Ferris, and that's like his love interest. And I would have loved to have seen something like that. Yeah. But I don't know if we're going to get it because I think the Lanterns is going to be off-world, and I think Hal Jordan's lifetime in the DCU is going to be pretty short. I think he'll make it through the first Justice League cycle, maybe.
Yeah. I think that, and it's funny, bro, because I've been reading Geoff John's Green Lantern.
It's Jeff. I know it's spelled differently, but
Jeff.
It's Jeff. Yeah,
I said
Geoff.
I know. Sorry. So I'm reading Geoff John's Green Lantern, and I just got done reading Sinestro Corpse War, right?
Okay. That's a great. Yeah. Oh, you got far. You're like,
dude. Yeah. I've been balls, bro, Jerry. I've been balls deep.
Comics are so addictive.
But every comic that you bring up, I've just reading it because I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to learn. So, but
especially with the apps, it's so easy.
I just don't think it could get better than Sinestro Corpse War. So, all right. So, Jerry, does it peak there?
No,
it doesn't.
Oh, dude, bro, you got to get through Blackest Night. Blackest Night is crazy. Yeah.
Is that coming up soon?
I think so. It's funny you say it because I've actually been rereading it. Hold on, I'll pull it up. And I think I started rereading it again a while ago, but I haven't gotten back into it, and I've been meaning to. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. By the way, if you're like thinking about getting into comics, the best thing you could do for yourself is to download Marvel Unlimited and DC Universe Infinite, and they're each of them are like one's $8 and the other's like $10 a month, and you have access to every single comic other than if it's come out in the last like 3 to 6 months. Some of them release earlier, some don't, but and I know there are a lot of comic fans out there who are like, oh, well, I like reading it on paper. Okay, but then you read less, and like you have to make the decision to, if you want to try something out, to pay for it. Where here it's like, oh, you didn't like that story? Big deal. Put it down. So you'll end up reading so much more comics. Like, it's just so dumb to not read comics. It's funny you say that because I am on like the end of Sinestro Corpse War, which is crazy, especially, and that's why like Green Lantern's lore is there's nothing like Green Lantern lore. I think he has the most intense and expansive lore for any individual character. Well, it's not individual because him and John share the same lore.
Yeah, I just have a hard time, bro, thinking because, bro, it's so good. I'm like, yo, this has to peak here. But
so
it gets
Blackest Night comes up in like, it's like not that far into it. It's the prologue for Blackest Night is in like another 23 issues.
Okay,
but you're about to get up to Secret Origin, which is like
I saw that on the app. Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, Secret Origin is amazing. It's up there with like the best origin stories ever.
Yeah. So, but right now I'm videoing the Krakoa like era just because I don't want to take the time to read all that. So I would just do comics explained Krakoa, and then I'm almost done Twilight because I feel like I missed some stuff. So I'm gonna reread that, and then after that,
Avengers Twilight.
Yeah, Avengers Twilight. And then right. I have to say that because the people think I'm reading freaking Twilight, the freaking Edward and Bella. Right. You gotta be clear with these words.
What? Yeah. Yo, actually, I know you like Twilight too.
I love Twilight, dude. I got the books over here, but we're not even gonna go that road. And then I think I'm gonna just binge Fantastic Four, just all Hickman. I'm gonna read every Hickman Fantastic Four comic book he's ever written. That's what I think I'm going to do next.
Bro, make sure when you do it, like you actually look at the reading order, because what happens is, as with Hickman's runs, you have to understand that they a lot of times involve multiple runs, and they're meant to be read like at the same time.
Back to back. Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, bet. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I've been abusing my iPad lately, bro. It's been fun. Getting back into comics has like rejuvenated my fandom a little more because like now I have more information, stuff like that. So it's fun. Okay, crazy. Let's read some chats. What I would personally do is just say that the universe that Monica landed is the Fox X-Men universe post of Days Future Past, the way fans would need to watch X-Men 1 to 3 first class DOFB. Nah, I'm good off that. They have to come from something new.
By the way, I also I don't think that whatever they do with the X-Men, I don't think that the Fox X-Men is going to be required viewing. I think that number one, I think that it's going to be intentional that way. And number two, remember what we were talking? I think we were talking about this last week, and I know you were here, Hungry Almighty, because you're always here, which I love. But they with the Infinity Stones, they introduced them in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and that scene was like 2 or 2.5 minutes. So even if there's something that came from the Fox X-Men in the MCU X-Men, it's going to be something so minimal that it's not going to be required. Especially considering that they want to retell stories and they don't want to be confined to stuff, because they always are confined to stuff based on the comics and being comic accurate, and they're not going to confine themselves to movies that came out in the early 2000s when they're trying to do something different, because I don't think that I don't think they're going to make the MCU X-Men movies and make them with the intention of making them anything like the Fox X-Men movies. I think it's going to be completely different.
Her Almighty, you have to remember, Kevin Feige is a prideful man. Okay, he always does things a different way. Look at Spider-Man. You know what I mean? He always does it a different way.
Great point.
Avengers, Illuminati, WoW, and each member can represent a universe for the soft reboot. Cap, Iron Man, T'Challa, Avengers universe, Xavier, X-Men universe, Reed, Fantastic Four universe.
So major caveat here. In the comics, Tony forms this Illuminati behind Captain America's back because he was like, Cap was never going to be okay with the antimatter injection system and sacrificing another Earth to save themselves. And, you know, in a way, there's always these like moments where Cap and Iron Man end up on the polar opposite sides of each other. And these moments are always so good because they clearly define the difference of Iron Man and Captain America and define who they are. And it's crazy that I'm going to say this. Iron Man, I love as a character way more than Captain America. However, and I still love Cap, but I think Captain America is almost always right. Like morally, he definitely always takes the right. Like he's definitely a more moral person than I'm. However, in this situation, if I had the choice to side with Iron Man or Cap, and we were on one Earth and there was another planet, and you were talking about using the antimatter injection system, and anyone who tells you otherwise is full of shit. Okay, because I would side with Iron Man, and if you don't side with Iron Man, you are basically saying I would rather die than sacrifice the other Earth. Okay, I don't want to die. I'm siding with Iron Man, and if you don't, I don't buy it.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm about to do something that we've never done before. I'm about to call my friend Ethan Hahn because he just posted on his Instagram story. I'm tired, man. I'm just so tired. Disney got to stop this crap with the Acolyte symbol. So I'm about to call him and see if he just watched the latest episode.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
I'm gonna see if he answers.
Yo,
Ethan, what's up, dog? How are you?
doing good, man. How are you,
Bro? So I'm live on my podcast right now. So did you just watch Acolyte?
bro? Yeah. I saw you like my story. I'm mad.
I don't want you to spoil it, so don't spoil it for me because
okay.
I'm gonna watch it after this and then I'm gonna call you. But why are you frustrated?
Bro, you live right now? Like,
yeah, they hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, they hear you.
I'm just gonna say it.
Go ahead.
Hey, bro. I'm tired of woke Star Wars, bro. I'm tired of. Here's the thing. All right. Let me say this backward.
Go ahead.
There's nothing wrong with female-led things. I want to preface that. It can work. It can be cool. And I know, like, people could, like, jump on me on this.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, it's just too much. Like, I feel like a lot, like, me and my dad were just watching it, and I just don't like it when series like Marvel or Star Wars or anything tries to shove some sort of, like, agenda down our throat.
Yeah.
And it is painfully obvious in at least this third episode, Acolyte, that it's like, here you go. It's like, no, how about you just make Star Wars good, man? Like, just good storylines. Like, I'm tired, bro. Oh,
ding, ding. We have a winner.
Like, it's just agenda and, like, message, and just make cool Star Wars. Like, the saving grace of this series is Master Soul. 100%.
100%.
And Konaka.
Mm-hmm.
Master Soul and Konaka. Everything else I have zero interest in. Like, it's just, bro, like, my dad actively said, like, what's going on during this episode?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, what the heck is going on? Like, he used some other words, but I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So
Yeah.
I heard some rumors about this episode. Please confirm if they are facts or not. Okay. And this is in the spoiler territory. So is it true that May and, like, Osha were created from the Force?
You want me to confirm? No, like, no spoilers. You want me to just confirm that?
Just spoil it. Is it, or Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You're lying.
There's something else I want to tell you, but like it's a spoiler, but like it's what made me more mad too.
Just say it. Go ahead. Just say it.
Yeah, like they were made from the Force, and like it's a gay mom couple that's like taking care of them.
I heard about that. that. And didn't the mom did they both like manipulate the Force for her to get pregnant or something?
That I don't want to, but I'd have to rewatch it to get that detail.
Okay.
There was a few things that I may have like kind of missed, but yeah, they were definitely created from the Force. One of the moms carried them, and there was like,
Did they refer to them as the chosen one or no?
Nah.
Okay.
I would have walked away. Bro.
All right. Thank God. Okay. Because that was my fear. My fear is that sold on them. Like, oh, you guys are the chosen ones. Oh God. Okay, Ethan, I love you, bro. Thank you so much. We don't worry, bro. We will have you on our show ASAP.
Bro,
all right.
Please, I got, bro. Like with the route, everything's going right now. Like I got things to say, but I'm glad you called.
Of course.
You need, man.
All right. I love you, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, love you too, bro. All right.
By the way, sub to Ethan Hahn. Ethan Hahn's one of the funniest guys I know. He's actually.
What do you mean subbed?
No, like. Subscribe to his channel, man. I think his channel is called Ethan Hahn Plus. I think something like that. He has a podcast.
Change it to Ethan Hahn.
Yeah, right. So yeah, right. That'd be fire. But yeah, dude, Ethan Hahn is actually getting into doing Marvel content. So sub to him, man. He's a big Star Wars. Now he's a bigger Star Wars, and he's a bigger Star Wars fan than me. Bro. I mean, like he does his own fan films. Like he's awesome. So yeah. So for Ethan to say this, because I know Ethan, that's bad. Ethan is one of the most nicest fans I know, Jerry. Like he's the nicest fan out here. So for him to say that, bro.
You know, fans, I'm going to just say it. It's not just fans who are tired of this stuff, okay? It's everyone. They are shoving this ideology into absolutely anything and everything. I mean, they'll put it into your water if they could, okay? And let me tell you, people are sick of it. They're having it. And they try to say that the people who don't like this type of agenda and ideology, oh, they are like a loud fringe minority. Obviously not the case, okay? And that's why that discrepancy is so powerful and speaks volumes. People have had it. We don't like it. And, you know, Stevie, he's so smart, and he always says this. It would be one thing if, like, you did all this agenda crap and the content was good. Like, people wouldn't care that much, you know? But when you're, like, throwing yourself a victory lap that you're making a show and you have all these, like, you know, agenda boxes checked off, and it's all you're talking about, and the content sucks, then we're going to have a problem with it, okay? Yeah. And, you know, aside from the fact that, like, you're putting it into Star Wars, that's something we've all loved our entire lives, like, it's literally put into everything. You know, if you say the wrong thing, you're taken off social media. You know, if, you know, it's like, it's insane. I don't need to tell you how insane it is. If you're watching this and you know, haven't been living under a rock, you understand. And there are people out there, and it's funny because I always see them, and you know, there's like a couple of people that I know of, and I'm sure there are many others who I don't follow, but like I'll watch their stories, or I'll, you know, keep up with their posts, and there are always people who are like, no, you know what? This is a good thing, and you guys are assholes about it. And, you know, you don't like it because you're wrong and you're a bigot. Like, no, okay? You're the minority. People are tired of it. And, you know, it's like, it's almost like they do it to agitate us. That's what it really seems like.
Yeah.
You know,
bro, just look at Game of Thrones and
what? when I was watching Blue Beetle, like I felt like the movie was condescending to me. I really felt that way. And, things like that make me feel like, what is the purpose of doing it? Like, I don't think that they do it because they think they're like, just that they're doing good in the world. I don't think that my point that I'm saying, I don't think the intentions are pure. I think the intentions are actually malicious. And I think their intention is to agitate us and like rub it in our faces. That's what I think. And I don't like it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that there's agenda content that people love. House of the Dragon, the whole entire plot, Jerry, of the House of Dragon, it's a female-led show, right? And they're all trying to murder each other. Like, and it's pretty awesome, honestly. But like, and even the boys in a sense is very agenda driven, like to an extent. Now, it is some wild context, but if we're talking about the agenda, like, the boys is pretty up there too, but the content's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the content is freaking awesome. So and the thing is, a lot of fans don't even classify it that way because the content is so good, and that's just my issue with, like, and I feel like I'm a broken record saying this, but when I look at what Game of Thrones does, right, Jerry? When I look at what the boys has been these past three seasons. By the way, they're dropping 3 episodes this week, which is going to be freaking crazy.
Yeah.
But they go into this saying, I have to make this the greatest TV show, or I have to make this the greatest movie I can possibly do. That's the first thing that they do.
When they make what?
When Game of Thrones makes their shows, or these last 3 seasons of the boys, they're trying to make the greatest content that they can ever have. But here's the catch, Jerry. The catch is that they are new to the business, so they have a fire lit under them to do it. With these new franchises, with someone like Lucasfilm, I just don't think Kathy feels that pressure, and that's why she plays with the IP so much.
Yeah, you have to want it, and like I think it's a priority thing. I think that the boys, their priority is making good content, where I think with Star Wars their priority is like their social politics.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Now back to the docket. Just had to call Ethan Hahn. All right, so there was this rumor also that went out, I think, by Cosmic Circus. Cosmic Circus, Jerry, has been putting in work these past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And by the way, Cosmic Circus is one of the first guys that caught out everything about Ant-Man. So that's why we stayed with Cosmic Circus, because this man wrote out the plot for Ant-Man and he called it scene for scene. So he says Marvel Studios reportedly wants to handle Doctor Doom in the MCU the same way they did with Loki in the Infinity Saga. So the reason why this was talked about is because there is thoughts of Doom coming into the MCU now, aka him coming to the MCU in this phase. And basically the thought is that they want to keep Doom for a really long time. They want to use him as the catalyst for something greater, and then giving him his time to shine in the light later on after these events, and still having him around, and it's still having him in a bunch of stories in the MCU. So how do you feel about Marvel Studios wanting to involve Doom now, but not in too much of a crazy role yet?
I think it's so important to do this. This was one of my, and I've said, if you've been keeping up with the show, there's another thing that I've kind of mentioned, which I should count this as another thing that I called, because I said that you can't have Doom be like a villain like Ultron, where he's the big villain for one movie or even just 2 movies, and then the Avengers kill him, win, save the day, and he's done. Doom is too important of a character. He is the omnipowerful villain of the Marvel Universe. He's the most powerful villain of the Marvel Universe. He is the king villain of the Marvel Universe. And you need to when you introduce Doom, you need him around for longer than one Avenger cycle. You need him in multiple movies. You need him in a lot of stuff, and you need to give him a lot of spotlight. And by the way, what I define as a Avengers cycle is the cycle of from Iron Man 1 to Avengers, or from like after Age of Ultron to after Endgame. So it could include 2 Avengers movies. It might be 1 Avengers movie. The idea is the Avengers complete a cycle within the story.
Mm-hmm.
And
you need to make you need to make
video.
You got to.
It's a great term.
Yeah,
but Doom needs to be around for longer than 1 Avengers cycle, and maybe even longer than 2. I actually don't think they should kill him off. I think they should keep him around and bring him back
for the next 20 years. Keep him. That's
you put him in a prison or something like that. Like you don't just kill someone like that off.
Yep. You always keep Doom. You always keep Doom around. And
by the way, real quick, that's what they did with Loki. They didn't kill him off. They put him away.
And with the mask, if you do cast an older character, just recast, bro. That's how I feel. Keep him going, man. So yeah, I'm really excited. That's why I think that the Doom casting is taking a long time, because they want someone that's in it for the long haul, which means that they might have to cast down, which I'm willing to do.
I think Mads Mikkelsen is
he's old though, dude. He's old.
Yeah, but he's gonna have a mask. Doom could be a little bit older.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys put in a stunt double just to move for him. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you and I talk about age anymore. Age doesn't matter at this point, dude. The way that they're doing it, like The Rock, but like
Doom
30. Yeah,
and Mads Mikkelsen, like he looks a little old because he's got some gray and some lines on his face, but like he does look like the perfect Doom.
By the way, his dress game is, bro. He be fly, bro.
His dreads?
No, his like his dress game. His flag is woo, bro. I think I sent you a picture. He on this all black outfit. I was like, bro, smooth, bro.
Bro, he also played the other thing that the guy who created Metal Gear Solid, his name's Hideo Kojima, and he is like a creative visionary. And he also made this other game called Death Stranding. But the thing that Hideo Kojima is known for in his games is that they are like movies. Like some of his cutscenes could be like literally a half hour. One of them was even 43 minutes long. It's like they're crazy. So they're very story driven. And Mads Mikkelsen was a major character in Death Stranding, and he killed it, bro. He is such a good actor. He was also Le Chiffre, the villain of Casino Royale, James Bond 007, and he was, I'm blanking on the name, but he was the villain in the first Doctor Strange movie. So if you're watching this, chances are you've seen the guy before. His name's Mads Mikkelsen. It's Mads and Mikkelsen with 2 Ks. But yeah, check him out. You've definitely seen him before, and you probably already have a favorable opinion of him.
Yeah, Doom will not turn good, by the way. Doom has qualities that you might understand, like when it comes to Doom's mom and dealing with Mephisto. Okay, but like there might be a relatable quality that you might see, but there's no way that Doom's going to turn good ever.
Oh, dude. So real quick, one more thing on Doom. Jonathan Hickman wrote a one-shot Doctor Doom comic, a one-shot meaning.
Hickman I need to read. This guy's done everything, man. Jesus,
bro. No, it's incredible. It is so sick.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I'm more than shortest, but I'm like, dang, bro. Hickman just does everything, dude. He's the GOAT.
Yeah,
he's the GOAT.
Yo, he really is. No one else is like him.
Yeah. And by the way, I didn't know that Morrison wrote for Marvel too. Grant.
Yeah, Morrison? I told you the next X-Men I'm reading is his X-Men. X-Men.
It a blank because I was going through the Marvel. I'm like, Grant wrote for Marvel. I'm like, what the hell, man? These dudes, bro, man, they're everywhere, dude. They're everywhere.
Yeah. When you're that good, you're in demand.
True. All right.
Jeff Johns wrote for Marvel too. Jeff Johns is up there.
Who did he write? Wait, what comics did he write in Marvel?
Bro, he did an Avengers run that's
was
actually
good?
really good. Yeah.
What is it called?
Avengers. It's if you go to the Kurt Busiek run and you scroll to like the end of the run, I'll tell you which one. Hold on. I'll get it right now.
Very classic.
Yeah. So Avengers 1998 from issue 57 to
But I'm gonna read that.
70. So it's actually pretty long.
All right, I just saved it. All right,
Yeah.
saved in my list. Okay. All right. Now, let's get to this next topic. All right. So the writers for Booster Gold. Okay, so James Gunn hits it out the park again, man, by hiring some writers for the Booster Gold movie or a TV show. We don't know, but it's probably gonna be a movie that is coming out. Let me pull this up for you guys. Did you send it to me through Twitter or Instagram? Here it is. I got it. DC Studios keeps it righteous, tapping into Danny McBride, Jeff Radley, and John Carcier to write Booster Gold. How do you feel about that, bro?
Dude, I love it because these guys are very talented. If you haven't watched anything of Danny McBride's, you are crazy. Everything he makes is gold. He is like one of the funniest guys in the business, and I already was pumped for Booster Gold because I think it's a cool and different story for comic book movies, shows. I know Stevie disagrees with me on it. I think this might change your mind because Danny McBride is like perfect for this.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to say. Jerry is the Booster Gold guy. I have to be proven. If they were to handle Doom, we read that already. Isn't Grant Morrison? So Grant Morrison is not writing Brave in the Bold movie. John Logan is. If you don't know who John Logan is, John Logan wrote Gladiator, and that's pretty dope. So I'm pretty hyped to see that. Wouldn't be shocked if James Gunn brings in Grant Morrison to take a look at it, because Grant Morrison wrote the comic book for it.
Grant Morrison wrote the comic book, but there's also a big caveat here. In the comic books, Batman, it's not called Batman the Brave and the Bold in the comics. But James Gunn said when he announced the DCU slate that Batman the Brave and the Bold is going to be inspired by Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin run. In Grant Morrison's Batman and Robin run, this is when Batman meets his son, I think, or it might have been just before that. I'm pretty sure anyway, whatever. Batman meets his son. It's either right when they meet or like literally the next issue after. But the big caveat is in the Grant Morrison Batman and Robin run, Batman's actually temporarily dead. You don't know it at the time when it came out, but Batman was dead, and it was actually Dick Grayson that was Batman.
Batman came
in those comics. Yeah, and
there's an animated movie about it. You gotta watch the animated movie, dude. That joint was fire.
The comics were fire too. Like it was a really dope run.
Dude, the animated movie is literally a mirror of the comic, dude. You will love it. You will love it, bro.
What's the movie? It's not called Batman and Son.
It is the movie after Son of Batman.
Batman vs. Robin.
No. Hold on.
I think
it is. It is Batman Bad Blood. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Batman Bad Blood. Let me check. Hold on.
I think I've seen it, but I'll rewatch it.
It's on Max.
I always mean to watch those movies again.
Yeah. It's a Batman Bad Blood. That joint's fire.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunger Mighty, you're right. Yep, Batman Bad Blood. Loki was evil and he turned good. That's the way they that's not the way they handle Doom. Are Booster Gold and Kang the same?
No.
They both can time travel.
So Kang is like a time travel expert. He is a masterful villain, and he also uses time as a weapon. Booster Gold is just happens to be from the future. He's a loser in the future, and he takes like basic technology from the world that he's from and travels to the past and uses that basic technology to pretend he's a superhero.
Yep. I forgot his name, the one that wrote and directed Black Panther, Ryan Coogler. He might be doing the X-Men, bro. So
Yeah, Black Panther and Booster Gold are very different, you know.
Now, if Ryan Coogler did a Batman, I wouldn't be against that.
I wouldn't. I mean, I think he would kill it at doing that, actually.
Yeah, I like him for X-Men as well. But if Ryan Coogler was to do DC, I wouldn't mind him doing like the Flash. I wouldn't mind him doing Batman. I wouldn't mind Ryan Coogler doing Wonder. I think he would do a Wonder Woman film really well too. I think he would. Coogler is really, when it comes to origin stories, Coogler's the guy. He's the guy for those films. I mean, like when Creed 1, Black Panther 1. I mean, he's built for those intro films. That is his bag. So
I mean, he is like, you know, it's crazy when we talk about Wakanda Forever, because like that movie it was so good, but it just was missing its star.
Yeah, and we don't put smut on Ryan Coogler for that because we know the decision it was. And
he did a great job considering the circumstances.
Exactly. And I want to make it clear, Jerry and I both love Ryan Coogler's work. Okay, like we think Ryan Coogler is one of the greats, you know. Like Black Panther's not his fault. He did what he could do with what he was given. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he did his best. All right. Now, for the last point, because this is on my mind. At what point, Jerry, do you think the DCU should make a Flash movie? And you know what? I'm going to call one of the biggest DCU fans I know. I'm going to call Matt. See what he has to say. Hey, go ahead, Jerry.
I think the sooner the better. Listen, I think that regardless, like, they shouldn't care what the haters are going to say. Flash is an integral character to DC. You know, I think he's important. I think he's important because he provides, like, he fits a certain, for a lot of people, the Flash is very relatable. He's like the average, everyday, you know, type of guy. And that's important. And also, Flash's superpowers are really cool. Like, I think Flash is a great character. And listen, they have a great roster right now. I'm not saying that the roster is hurting, but Flash is a great character. The sooner the better. You know what I would love to see play out is The Button. The Button is a story where they travel through the multiverse, and Reverse Flash travels through the multiverse and, you know, messes with Flash and Batman and Thomas Wayne. It's super cool. But, you know, you could do things like that with Flash, and the, you know, traveling the multiverse is something that's really cool with a character like that.
Bet. All right, let's see if your call has been forwarded. Do not disturb. I'm gonna call you twice, bro. Might be sleep. Actually, no. He's probably playing. Dude, he's probably playing. What's that game? X
Defiant.
Yeah. He's been texting me every week saying, "Look, every week, bro, you need to get on X Defiant. No cap." Like he's been texting me for the past like 2 weeks. I'm like, bro, I'm not playing the game. Okay.
I've been meaning to try Helldivers.
Yeah. Heard that's awesome.
You played it?
No, but I've watched gameplay.
Yeah, it looks dope.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. I think that the Flash needs to come right after. I would love Superman, Brave and the Bold Flash. That's kind of what I want, man. That'll be pretty exciting. Actually, no. I take that back. Superman, Brave and Bold, Green Lantern movie, Flash.
Green Lantern's getting a show.
Yeah, I want a movie too.
Yeah, I would love a movie.
I really think, Jerry, I think the Green Lantern, and this might be a hot take, I think he's gonna be the most popular DC character right under Superman and Batman.
He should be. And I think he is my second favorite DC character under Batman.
What, your second favorite?
Yeah, just because obviously Batman's number one, but Green
The whole
Lantern,
corp or how
I would say Hal, but
like Hal Jordan?
John, I would probably put John at the same. Like I think John's a super cool character. I love that he is with the military. But I just knew Hal Jordan first. So
who's your third? Give me a quick five. Give me a quick five.
Batman, I'd say Hal and John is one. I would probably put Flash and I would say Superman and I don't know who the fifth is. That's
right,
question.
Dude, just imagine
Who's yours?
My top five. Okay, we're gonna go Robin, obviously. Robin, Superman, Batman, Nightwing. My fifth. My fifth will probably have to be. It's between
Arrow. Arrow's my fifth.
Arrow's your fifth. My fifth will be between Dr. Fate or
Dr. Fate's cool.
I love Dr. Fate. Yeah, it'd probably be Dr. Fate. I love Dr. Fate, bro.
Yeah, he's dope. He's really dope.
So, all right, guys, we're going to end it here. I am reading Crisis 2 because I'm just going everywhere, Jerry, and I think I'm at the part where is it Superboy Prime? I'm at some part. I don't know. Wait, I don't think it's Crisis, but I just got introduced to Superboy Prime, and that dude is freaking. He has no weaknesses, bro. He has no weaknesses. The dude has no weaknesses, like because the kryptonite on his planet isn't the same. Like I'm like, because he's in a different universe. I'm like, bro, what is?
You can't
bro?
You can't
He's
even do
unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Like so, yeah. Sorry, guys.
That's probably why they don't use him a lot.
I'm sorry for the random thoughts, but like I'm just getting into comics, guys. So I'm like really like my mind is expanding. So, but all right, guys, we're gonna end here. Hope you guys have a great night. Peace out. I'm about to watch Acolyte. I'll put out a video tomorrow if I have the energy to do it. All right, we'll see. Peace out, guys.
All right, peace.